What's up guys, today's video is on the top 5 best iced tea pitchers. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that will meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Starting at number 5, we have the Hiware glass pitcher. The Hiware 68-ounce glass pitcher scored well in every test metric, earning the title of our favorite pitcher. This multitasking glass iced tea pitcher checks all the boxes. It's roomy, attractive, lightweight, and easy to clean. Unlike the pear-shaped glass pitchers we tested, its cylindrical shape gives it a sturdy feel, with a better center of gravity when carrying it or storing it in the fridge. A big bonus of the Hiware 68 is that it can go directly on the stovetop, convenient for brewing right in the pitcher. Amazingly, the glass handle stayed cool to the touch even while the water boiled inside, which was not the case for the 2 other stove-safe glass pitchers we tested. The Hiware 68's stainless steel lid includes a filter spout option and a fine mesh strainer, similar to the filter in a French press coffee maker, that filters loose leaf tea, resulting in clear, perfectly brewed tea with no floating leaves or debris. Cleaning was also a breeze. The wide mouth allows easy hand washing with the included brush, and the whole thing is dishwasher safe. However, you'll want to rinse the lid well immediately after use because tea bits or fruit pulp could easily get lodged in the lid parts. The lid lacks a silicone ring and isn't airtight, so those rough on their pitchers will find it leaks big time if tipped. The lid did not allow any odor transfer between the pitcher and refrigerator. Moving on at number 4, we have the Artcome 65 ounces large heat-resistant water carafe. This pear-shaped pitcher can also be heated on the stove and cleaned with the included brush or in the dishwasher. While in the refrigerator, the Artcome was accidentally bumped against another glass container, nearly tipping completely over, but it never cracked. It has the same mesh filter-style lid as the Hiware models, filtering loose leaf tea like a champ with no floating bits in your drink. The Artcome handle conducted a fair amount of heat when boiling water on the stove. It wasn't enough to require a potholder, but something to remember while heating. The mouth of the pitcher just barely fits a hand, so we suggest anyone with large hands use the brush just to be safe. It also showed minimal staining after housing strong iced coffee for 24 hours, even after a dishwasher cycle. At number 3, we have the Takeya patented and airtight pitcher. The Takeya 2-quart pitcher is easy to carry and pour from, even for kids or adults with messy or wet hands. This skinny, tall iced tea pitcher has a small footprint and can be stored vertically or horizontally. If you plan to store it vertically, check your fridge shelf clearance first. In our lead tester's old-school top freezer unit, the protruding handle on top of the already tall Takeya's lid stuck up just enough that it barely fit in the refrigerator's tallest spaces. This pitcher is just shy of 12.5 inches tall, and we had to tilt it significantly for it to clear a bar under the shelf above. Even with all the tipping, though, we didn't encounter any refrigerator spills or leaks as long as the spout was closed tightly. That said, there was a decent amount of sloshing when the spout was open. However, it's adjustable, so it got better after we used it a few times. One feature we were particularly excited to test was the patented flash chill method, touted by the manufacturer as chilling freshly brewed tea in seconds. The sturdy plastic did hold up to boiling water with no problems, but even with an entire tray of ice added, it still took about 30 to 40 minutes for our tea to chill in the fridge. At number 2, we have the Pratico QuickPour Airtight. The Pratico QuickPour Airtight pitcher is an absolute game changer. We recommend this plastic pitcher for anyone who has unsteady pourers in the house, tends to be rough on their kitchen products, or is tight on refrigerator door space. A huge plus to the Pratico is the locking spout. The thumb slider itself can stick, but once it's engaged and locked, this pitcher does not leak even while held upside down. It can even be stored horizontally in your refrigerator if you're low on vertical space or have shallow shelving. The only trick is remembering to put the spout lock back in the locked position every time you put it on its side. The surprisingly large volume of this pitcher has a nice narrow footprint, We could see keeping a few of these with different beverages stocked side by side in the door of the fridge. We tested the Pratico indoors and outdoors to get a feel for its durability. The bottom did show a significant amount of scratching after sitting on concrete steps, but the sides remained in great shape even after being tossed around in a sink full of dishes. There was a lot of sloshing and gurgling while pouring, although only a few drips. The Pratico lid can be tricky to screw on, and it seems slightly off-kilter when it's secure, but if you force it on too tight, it may leak. While the Pratico can handle boiling water poured into it, the plastic does get extremely hot. In our lead tester's house, it took at least 45 minutes to cool down enough to handle. And finally at number 1, we have the Komax large plastic water pitcher. If you're someone who plays refrigerator Tetris with groceries and likes everything in its proper place, we recommend the Komax large pitcher. This square plastic iced tea pitcher fits nicely on a shelf or in the door of a fridge, and its skinny shape means it will save on space and fit well among other containers. It held up to being knocked off a counter, while empty, several times and didn't show any scratches after a couple of days of repeated use. The Komax handled boiling water and cooled enough to touch in about 20 minutes. The flip-up, removable spout that sits on a corner made for a fast, steady pour with no drips. The spout contains no filtration, so you'll need to use tea bags, or a tea ball for loose leaf tea, if brewing iced tea right in the Komax. There were also a couple of instances where the lid popped up randomly on its own when the pitcher was very full, but once pushed back down, or if some tea was poured out, it stayed put. All pieces held up well in the dishwasher and hand washing. However, the square shape made it a little tougher to scrub every nook and cranny of the inside corners. We found the lid's silicone seal to be pretty solid, but it's not completely leak-proof by any means. We also noticed some very slight fridge odor transfer to the inside after about 24 hours. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time.